Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here. I'm coming at you with a brand new episode of the Earlham Dynasty here on NCAA 14 with, of course, the college football revamp that the boys over College Football Revamp have built. We are here. We are taking on the Bluffton Beavers, who are currently 2-4 with a 2-1 conference record, just like us. They're a C+ overall squad with a C offense and a B- defense, with Lee Corso going to be rocking with them. But we're D- across the board, but we're looking to get back on track. We've won 2 of our last 3 games, but coincidentally, so has Bluffton. They're trying to keep their positive vibes going as well. So I mean, it's going to be an interesting game, man, for sure. We'll see what we can do, but it should be an exciting game nonetheless. And if you're excited as well, I need you guys to do me a favor. Hit that like button for me, as well as hit subscribe if you do happen to be brand new. Let's go ahead and get this thing rocking and rolling. Let's get it. Alright, man, so Bluffton is going to get the ball first to start this thing out. So you know what we need to do, man. We need to go about making sure we set a tone, and that ain't it. And we are actually really fortunate, too, because if Sheldon Jackson was able to stay in bounds, that was going to be a touchdown, too, because dude had all of the space in the world. Just not a great throw by that quarterback. And early on, Bluffton able to do what they want. Bradley Smart able to bully his way. His first carry, too, going for 12 yards. So not a good start by our defense whatsoever. As Eddie George drops back, he gets hit by Bullock, and we miss a tackle, too. And Bluffton right away getting into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers. And Jay Bullock gets the first score for Bluffton. And if you want to talk about slow starts, we also went 3 and out. And here comes potentially another score on the way. They already got another 1st and goal coming for us right away here. As we're starting from the 9-yard line, it seems like. Eddie George dropping back. Thrown to the left-hand side. Gets it to Jackson. And we stood him up before they got to the goal line. But we also get a penalty called on us at the exact same time. It's a face mask on Cameron Frost. So it's still 1st and goal, essentially from the 1-yard line, as George is going to hand it off to Bradley Smart and does the rest. And we're not even 2 minutes into this game. We're already down by 2 scores. It's not a good look for us once again, as we have ourselves another 3 and out here. So it's been rough sledding here for sure. Being on the road, unless it's to play against Transylvania, we just have not done very well on the road whatsoever. And now, thanks to that, that does mean as well that, if they get this ball once again, and, just putting our team in a really bad spot, because we're not, getting any yards, at least not enough yards to get ourselves a 1st down at the very least. As our defense, we're asking them to make another stand. Bradley Smart taking it right out to the outside, making 3 guys miss. We had 3 guys there, and we couldn't even make a tackle. So another score for Bluffton. And we're only halfway through this 1st quarter. We're down by 3 scores. And we desperately need something from our offense here. As Miami, we're hoping he can provide it, and does manage to get to the outside. And we finally get ourselves a 1st down here. It's a gain of 14. But we need to turn this into points, and we need to turn it into points quickly. As we have a 1st and 10 once again. Trying to throw to the right-hand side. Was looking for Adam Hill the 3rd. And it's deflected away. Very fortunate that it was not intercepted. As we got a 2nd and 10 now. Following the incompletion. Trying to throw it to the right-hand side. Was looking for Jakeem Short. But again, an inaccurate throw. Costing Miami big time. And now we got 3rd and long. Trying to make something happen. Another 1st down for Earlham. As Jakeem Short, he ends up picking up 16 there. And we get another 1st down to work with. It's not pretty, But we still have the ball, which is what I love to see. Miami trying to throw up the middle to Jariah Bond, but he can't make the catch either. He took a shot too in the process. As now we got 2nd and 10 coming up. Miami dropping back. Throwing to the right-hand side and get it to Jakeem Short for a first down once again. As Earlham, for the very first time today, we get across midfield, so you love to see it. Bluffton trying to call a blitz, and they're giving us space on the outside, man, so we have no problem, taking that out route, Not really, I'm just here to win the football game, man, may not be the prettiest thing in the world as we try to throw over the middle. Beautiful throw over to Xavier James, who gets his very first catch of the season, and it's for a big 22-yard gain. As now Terrain Patton, he tries to run on the outside. One of his first carries. It does not go very far whatsoever. A loss of 5. And that unfortunately is going to keep us out of the end zone. So we had to settle for a field goal. Not what I wanted to do, but it's what we ended up having to do in the process. But at least we no longer have the shutout, which is really nice to see. But let's see if we can keep it up. We force Bluffton to go 3 and out as we throw to the left quickly. Jakeem Short takes a shot, but a gain of 14 though, and still able to get himself back up. Tough catch by our #1 receiver on this squad. As Miami, he's going to go ahead and take it upfield and is able to pick up 6 yards. But it was a tough first quarter, man. We got punched in the face, and we need to find a way to recover, man. Second quarter coming. Let's get on a stronger note. So it looks like on that read option, Miami got shaken up. So Terrain Patton is now in the game. As he'll try to throw over the middle, was looking for, looks like Adam Hill to third, but nearly gets intercepted. And with Terrain Patton still in the game, they're going to go ahead and try to run a draw play for Cameron Frost. He did what he could, but is only able to pick up a couple of yards. And coach wanted to punt this thing away, unfortunately. So Bluffton, they now have the football once again. We do pin them deep thanks to our punter. But that being said, shout out to Jacob Ramos, by the way. He's also our punter out here. As we got a 1st and 10 coming up here. As Eddie George is in the shotgun. He's going to drop back to pass. Going to send this one deep down the right sideline, but overthrows his target. Incomplete pass. As now we got 3rd and 8 coming up here, trying to get these guys off the field quickly. Bradley Smart put in the motion. Going to go to the left-hand side. Whitaker is brought down by Caden Doman, one of the original walk-ons and a custom guy as well. So our defense does its job, but can our offense, can we pull within, make it 10-21? But no, we get intercepted. St. Wilhelm drops it. And you can't even blame this on Miami. He hit St. Wilhelm on the money. You just got to make that catch. And that is just awful luck here. As the offense for Bluffton takes over in a goal line situation already. And they might make us pay for it on the very next play. James Jones getting into the end zone. And it's another touchdown for Bluffton. So we're down 28-3 at this point. Thanks to that interception that frankly wasn't Miami's fault. But that's how it is. As now, we really need to get a score here. I think we do get the ball to start the second half. But that being said, we still need to get points on the board before this half ends. And we need to do it now as we throw a nice ball out to the right-hand side. Gets it to Jariah Bond for a 17-yard gain on that one. And it's a first down for the Quakers. As Earlham, they're going to go ahead, run the no huddle here. Get to the line quickly. As Miami dropping back, throwing over the middle. Jariah Bond, wide butt naked open. He ends up picking up another 32 yards. As the Quakers now across the 30-yard line now. We got ourselves a nice drive simmering here as we try to throw to the right-hand side. But Miami was hit as he's thrown. So that's going to be incomplete. So now a 3rd and 6 coming up for Earlham as they try to hand it off to Cameron Frost. But he gets stuck on his lineman. He gets stuck on Jacoby Black. That's tough. And we had to settle for another field goal. This was an ugly first half, man. We're down 28-6. We got work to do. Alright, man, so second half is officially underway, and it was a dumpster fire in that first half. I'm not going to even go ahead and lie to you guys. And frankly, this second half not off to a great start either. We're already facing third and long, and obviously we have done a very awful job with third down conversions. But that could change here, but they mark him incomplete though. So it looks like we're going to have to punt this thing away unless... Hang on, the booth wants to reveal it now. And you want to take a look at this catch. It looks like St. Wilhelm actually got at least 1 foot down. It wouldn't be an NFL catch, but here in the college level, you only need 1 foot down. And that's all we need. And they're going to go ahead and reverse this call. So thank goodness for that. Because thanks to that overturn, we get to go ahead and we get to keep the ball once again. But... we got to make sure our passing attack is rocking and rolling here as Miami throws another incompletion. 10 for 22. Definitely need to work on his passing. We know he has the speed, but can he pass the football as Miami throws to the right-hand side, gets it out to Jakeem Short, and is able to pick up the first down because of it. As a couple plays later now, got a 2nd and 8 now. I'm going to go ahead, hand it off to Terrain Patton, who actually breaks the tackle. He does have good break tackling ability, which is why we did put him at the starting running back position after Aaron Ball went down. And he picks up 5, setting up a much more manageable 3rd and 3, which Jariah Bond would have gotten if he would have just catched the football. But instead, 4th and 3 coming up. We need Miami to go ahead and make a play for us here. We need it bad. As Miami scrambles, looking for the first down, and ends up getting it. First down for Earlham. That's our 10th first down. We love to get some little extra XP. You love to see it. As now, 1st and 10 following the 4th down conversion. Trying to throw a dot to the right-hand side, and we do to Adam Hill the 3rd. A gain of 20. As now we got a goal line situation for us here. Last time we had to settle for a field goal. As Danny Carson does get up a little bit closer. His first catch going for 5 yards. And 3rd and goal. Looking for Terrain Patton to punch it in the end zone for us here. He's got an open hole and runs it through. Touchdown, Quakers. And Earlham finally gets his first touchdown of the game. And not only that, we're also going to go for this 2-point conversion to make it a 2-score game. And what a dot to St. Wilhelm, who had to come up, make the catch, put it only where St. Wilhelm can catch it. And we get another 3 and out from our defense too. So, hey, we are still in this game. This drive is going to be huge though. If we can make it a 1-score game going into the 4th quarter, that would be absolutely huge for us. As we have a 3rd down coming up here, throwing quickly to the left-hand side before the blitz can get home. And Adam Hill able to pick up 10 yards on that catch. As now we got 2nd and 10 now coming up here for Earlham. Miami dropping back. He's going to roll out. He finds a man on the right-hand side, and it's Adam Hill the 3rd, who's in the end zone. Touchdown, Quakers. And there it is. We go on our own scoring run, and it's a 1-possession game. This team has a bunch of fight in it, even though it may not be the most talented squad on the face of the planet. As now, we'll see if our defense can come through and make another play for us here. As it looks like the Bluffton tight end is going to go into motion. As George will drop back, trying to throw over the middle. Justin Burton was looking for that interception, but at the very least was able to go ahead and break the pass up. So now 2nd and 10 coming up. Eddie George dropping back, going to throw over to the left-hand side and finds his star receiver, Eddie Bullock. As Eddie George has also struggled with the pass game to a degree. He has under 50% completion percentage. You can see why. He definitely has had some, pass accuracy issues today. And has been holding this Bluffton offense back a little bit outside the 1st quarter of play. But Bradley Smart, though, he's still an animal and ends up picking 7 yards. So, a 3rd and short coming up here as George dropping back, throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So, 4th down coming up here. And Bluffton is going to decide to go ahead and try to kick this field goal. a little bit longer of a field goal as the kick is up and it's well short. So defense does its job and it stays a one possession game for right now. As we got the final, final 10 seconds left here of this third quarter. As Jakeem Short, he fights forward and picks up the first down for the Quakers. A great way to end the quarter. As Earlham has clawed all the way back. We're only down by 7 with 1 quarter left to play. Let's complete the comeback, fellas. So let's go, man. Fourth quarter officially underway. We're going to try something a little different. Terrain pattern actually going to go into motion as Miami drops back. He has terrain pattern open down the field. And it's a great catch from quarterback to quarterback. 34-yard gain. As now we are back in the red zone once again with an opportunity to tie this game. As Miami going to try to keep it on the read option and nearly picks up the first down. A gain of 9 here once again. This offense certainly starting to heat up here in the second half. As we're going to try to run this little wide receiver screen. Get it out to Jakeem Short, who picks up the first down and more. But there's a flag on the play as well. And they're going to call holding on us. Oh my goodness. And they get it on terrain pattern. So now we got 3rd and long here. As Miami drops back. Gets it to Jakeem Short, trying the same thing again, but not as much success. 4th and 3 coming. And Earlham's going to try to go for it here. As Miami drops back, trying to throw over the middle, looking for Henry B. York. And he dropped what would have been the game-tying touchdown. He was going to be able to walk in, but couldn't make the catch. And so Bluffton going to go ahead and take over here. You hate to see it. This should have been a tie ball game here. It really should have, as we now need our defense to step up once again, as they are able to hit this quarterback. Deontay McLaurin looks like with the quarterback hit. It's now 2nd and 10 now coming up. Eddie George will drop back, throw to the left-hand side, over to Hester, and Hester is going to go ahead and pick up 12 on this one. So a first down for the Beavers. Is now 1st and 10. Eddie George gonna hand it off to Bradley Smart via the option, and he gets lit up by Justin Burton, but that doesn't change the fact that he also picked up a first down here once again. Is now we got another 1st and 10 coming up here as we have looks like a glitch, and because of that glitch, Jesse Henderson, the center, picks up 8 yards. And I mean, I don't know what else you can do about that. And I mean, you hate to see it, that kind of glitch coming at such an important moment of the game as well. As now we got another 1st and 10 coming up here. As now George dropping back, gonna throw to the right hand side and gets it out to Jim Jones, who lays out and makes a catch for that quarterback. And they're now deep in Earlham territory. Defense needing to tighten up as Bullock, he tries to get to that ball, but it's incomplete though. 3rd and 10 though coming up. Let's see if we can get this stop on defense. Eddie George in the shotgun. It's a 5-wide set. George gonna try to throw it down the right-hand sideline, but it is incomplete. We'll see what the Beavers decide to do, and they're gonna try another field goal. This dude is 0 for 1 already. It's not as far out this time around. Let's see if he can make it. The kick is up, and he misses again. This time misses wide right, and it still remains a 1-possession game. So now here we go. 28-21 in favor of Bluffton, but Earlham has a chance to tie as Miami going to go ahead and scramble upfield and is going to go ahead and pick up the first down. But can we go 3rd and long? Miami dropping back. Gonna try to chuck this thing deep. Jariah Bond able to go ahead and make the catch. As now we go ahead. Another 1st and goal now turning into 3rd and goal. As now Miami dropping back. Throwing over the middle. Adam Hill the 3rd gets in. Touchdown Earlham. And that right there is going to tie this game. But there's 2:31 left, so Bluffton, they also have the opportunity to take back the lead. Can our defense come up with just one more stop and give our boys a chance to complete this comeback? Is now 2nd and 2 coming up. Eddie George all by himself, but throws over the middle to a guy named Darius Hicks, who ends up picking up 8 there. As we got another 1st and 10 coming up here. Eddie George dropping back, facing pressure, and look who it is. Thomas Hall, a name that we have not called over the course of this season, gets arguably the biggest sack of this game. As now 2nd and 18. George throwing to the right hand side, and I can't believe it. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if they'll pull it up on the replay, but when Eddie George threw this ball, it looks like there was some blocking downfield. Like, look at that. They were blocking before the pass was even caught, and they don't even call pass interference for it. That's insane. And now the Beavers are in field goal range here for sure. EA Sports can just determined to make sure that we lose this game at this point, as Bradley Smart gonna go ahead, run it up the middle, is eventually brought down by a gang of Quakers, but a 14-yard gain, making it 1st and goal. And at this point, we just have to go ahead and let them score this touchdown, because they have the opportunity to run this clock out. And even when we try to let them score, our defense almost keeps them outside of the goal line. But that works well for us. We have 54 seconds, and we also have 1 timeout left to work with. We need some magic from Miami, though, as he drops back, throws over the right-hand side, gets it to Henry B. York, and he already gets us to around midfield, so a good start to this drive. Still got some work to do, though. 1st and 10 coming up. Miami looking over the right-hand side. He got somebody upfield. It's Jakeem Short. He makes some guy miss, and he's brought down inside the 5-yard line. A 50-yard catch, making it the biggest play of the game for Earlham, as Miami with a chance to get into the end zone. Yes, sir. Touchdown, Earlham. And we make it a tie ball game right back in Miami with the biggest scramble of this game. And we're going to go ahead now, go to overtime, because 4 quarters was simply not enough for us here. So back with the coin toss once again. And it looks like we are going to go ahead and go on offense first. We've been rocking and rolling so far, but let's see if we can keep it going, as we have a 2nd and 10 here in this first overtime. Miami Thomas, he gets open downfield and nearly gets into the end zone himself. Brought down at the 1. What a huge catch for Miami Thomas. It's now 1st and goal. Miami looking over the left-hand side and finds Tariah Bond in the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. And we take the lead first, thanks to a great throw in the back of the end zone as well. As now we got Bluffton on a 3rd and 12. We have one job: keep him out of the end zone, as Eddie George throws over the middle, finds Bullock for a gain of 11 yards. Josh Brown responsible for bringing him down. And now 4th and 1. Biggest play of the game, as Caden Dolman almost has the interception, but is able to swat it away anyways. And that's a turnover on downs. Caden Dolman maybe not getting the interception that we want. He does have hands made of butter. Certainly not good hands like Allstain, but we win the football game. We was down 28-3 at one point, but we turned it around and we ended up winning 42-35. And it's going to be our 3rd win of the season. And we put ourselves in a nice position in conference play, a 3-1 conference record, I believe. But hey, let's go ahead and check out the stats for our guys and what turned out to be an amazing game for us right here. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and check out the scoring summary as well as a few other things. And Bluffton hit us in the mouth, man, in this first quarter. They jumped on a 21-0 lead before we finally got some points on the board with a Jacob Ramos field goal from 18 yards out. we kept grinding, and then in that second half, we just blew up, touchdowns from Terrain Patton, Adam Hill, Miami Uiagalelei, and that game-winning touchdown from Miami Uiagalelei to Jeremiah Bond. That was what ended up sealing this thing. We pull off an amazing comeback. And what a great game to do so, man. You love to see it. So checking out the stats for our guys, Miami Uiagalelei, got the start for us here today. And this man had the best game of his college career, man. 26 for 41. 441 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have an interception, which, to be honest, was not even his fault. That was from a St. Wilhelm's drop that, I'll go ahead and talk about later. Terrain Patton also played at quarterback as well. He was 0 for 1. For the running game, we really tried our best to get Terrain Patton going on the ground, but it just wasn't happening. He did get into the end zone, but he only had 13 yards off of 17 carries. It shows that we really need a true running back. We do have a couple of transfer guys that, should be playing for us here in Season 3, but Miami Uiagalelei, he picked up the slack on the ground. He ended up with 15 carries for 63 yards and also had a touchdown, which ended up tying the game and bringing us into overtime. For the receivers, a lot of the receivers getting some work in today, man, but you know what? We had some huge step up. Jakeem Short and Jariah Bond, both those guys stepping up in a huge way. Jakeem Short, for example, 9 catches for 136 yards, the most without a single touchdown. Jariah Bond, however, found the end zone. He may have had 3 drops today, which is a little concerning as he's supposed to be a possession guy, but he still had 5 catches for 100 yards. That's nothing to laugh at. Adam Hill III also got some work as well, the Mississippi product. He had multiple touchdowns today, 5 catches for 85 yards. A bunch of other guys, had 2 catches, 1 catch. Henry B. Yorkville cost us an interception, the only interception that Miami threw, but he did have a nice catch for 22 yards, to be fair. For blocking, Nate Coleman and Brian Smith both allowed sacks, but, something that we'll still continue to work on here for sure. As for our defense, Justin Burton did lead us, with defensive tackles, per se, but, that being said, it doesn't mean that, we were getting gashed all that much beyond the first quarter. Justin Burton is just a guy that flies around everywhere. I definitely love how this kid plays the game of football. Matthew Sands wasn't too far behind him, and on top of that, led the team in TFLs. He ended up having 3 TFLs with also Seth Gray, Caden Doman, and Cameron Frost, but all getting TFLs as well. Thomas Hall, man, somebody that we haven't called the name much of here in Season 2, but, he had the only quarterback sack of the day, and it was a huge sack as well. It was a sack that we really needed, in order to go ahead and make sure that we were able to bring this game into overtime in the first place. We didn't have any turnovers, unfortunately, but Caden Doman, he did have a pass deflection, and it was on the very last play of the game, and it is what carried us to this victory. It sealed the game. So you'll love to see it. Great win for this Earlham team. What an amazing comeback for sure, man. And on that recruiting front, the people that were going after took notice of the amazing comeback that we just had against the Bluffton Beavers, as we had 4 guys that we're going after officially signed and coming to Earlham for Season 3. Mike Wood, Mike Herron, Sam Harbor, and Brandon Howe are going to be joining the program here in Season 3. That's going to bring our total of commits all the way up to 11. Some very high quality guys that we just brought in, and I love to see it. So next episode, we will be going on the road once again to play against the defending conference champions, the Manchester Spartans, who are 3-1 in conference play, but have a 4-3 overall record. Force habit. Lee Corso is going to be rocking with them, but I'll tell you what, guys. We can continue to play our brand of football. We can give this team a much better matchup than what we did back in Season 1. So it's going to be a good one, so I need you guys to do me a favor. Smash that like button for me, as well as hit subscribe. You have to be brand new as well. This is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off, but hoping you're all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.